And here we have the second bed that he has.
So this is the original 5 beds I started with when I started back up it when COVID hit. And one trick I'll give you with those is at the end of each season, I take the beds and I stack them up. I move them around and I till the whole area and I plant it with seeds, bean seeds. And the reason I use beans is beans they actually leave nitrogen in the soil, which starts it for next year and helps you out. So I'll plant them, and then come November, whatever I don't pick, I till it all in and let it sit through the winter, and that helps you for your next year. And then when I start my beds out the next year, I make sure that they're not in the same area or the same location. So this year they're on an angle this way. Next year I'll probably do them vertical or another way, and that way you're using different soils. And another trick is never plant the same thing in the same place. So if you got tomatoes in your back 2 beds this year, put tomatoes in your front 2 beds, or around the corner, or don't use them for the same vegetable or fruit same year after year.
Thank you. And what else do you have here?
Well, there's 2. These are all cherry tomatoes, and then this is just another section of tomatoes. These ones here will go out front for the public, probably. And like I said, they pop up. When they pop up, I just build a trellis around them and let them go for the most part. But I got 50. I don't need 50 tomato plants. There's another section of peppers. These are the long bell peppers. These are the ones my wife freezes.
Now I see that you have paired with this flowers. Is there a reason why you have put those flowers there?
Well, I also have tomatoes. I have put oregano in with a tomato, and the oregano, for some reason, I don't know the answer, but it helps. It doubles your production. If it's within a foot and a half of tomato plants, I got 3 inside each bed. For some reason, your production is better. It also helps with some insects. On this one, I keep these here, but I usually have them with the zucchinis, because what they attract are
the insects?
No, they attract bees. So
Okay.
they bring the pollinators. So anything that needs a pollinator, there's certain flowers, and you can look it right up online. It'll give you different instances, but certain flowers that'll bring pollinators in.
Okay.
You also have certain flowers that'll keep potato beetles away, Japanese beetles away, aphids away, and you'll notice I'll have marigolds throughout too. I have about 10 bunnies that live underneath my flower beds, and we have a agreeing they stay out of my plants. They can be fed and stay healthy. Otherwise, they won't be here at all. So marigolds help me, but some of that lettuce goes out in the yard and keeps them happy, and they stay out of my beds.
Thank you for sharing those tips with us. As you guys can see, we can also put plants to help other plants.
Here's some more. Here's another nice head of broccoli.
Yes.
And what I showed you about broccoli is this is nice and tight still, so I'll let that go for another week. But like these guys here, they're starting to open up. Tonight these will be cut, because I don't want them to be too tight, but I don't want them to open up cold either. So these will be dinner probably tomorrow.
Okay.
And up here on the last bed, we have green beans. Now, if you notice, I got some pole beans mixed in here with them by accident. They're supposed to be in the back, but that happens. You have a choice to kill them off or let them entangle everything. Usually I will pop them and stop them from growing. But they're in here with purple. I got purple green beans in here, so here they are.
Beautiful.
The thing about them is once you cook them, turn green anyway. So They're more of a delight to look at than anything. I don't know if their production is as big as the wax beans or the regular green beans, but they're mixed in with all of them. So I just take a handful of them, toss them in, and I kind of got a big bag of mixed beans. And at the end of the season, as I said, they'll go in all my beds, and I'll till them up into the soil for nitrogen for next year.
Yes, and as you can see, they are everything that he has in his garden. There is no disease. There is no anything that is wrong with it. He just keeps it so healthy. So I do want to ask, how do you keep everything so healthy here?
It's not always like that, and it won't always be. I've had problems in the past with the cucumbers. Usually, I get the first couple good weeks, and I'm nailing them, and then, but I find out that it's nutrition. So if you've got a bed and you overplant it, it's going to use up what's there too fast. And so in an 8x4 bed, you probably only need 4 to 6 cucumber plants. That's it. I've had 15, and within a month of them starting, they end up choking each other out. Things turn yellow, they're not getting enough water, they're not getting any nutrition, and if you're doing everything organic, they have some good fertilizers out there that's organic, but it takes time to get them in the soil, so you need to start that early. And the best way to do it is put it into the soil before you start planting.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, guys, here's a beautiful bed of strawberries.
So on the opposite side of my house, I have the fruit section. So I started last year with a 8x4 section here, or 8x6. And so far this year, we picked about 3 gallons. They're in the process of reflowering, so probably in about 2 weeks, I'll have another run of them, and that might be it for the season. Although I don't know, last year I was picking still in August. Now, not many, but 15 or 20 a week, and that was just my first year. So this year I took all the extras that were growing all around the bed, and I added another section. And it's now, that's already, there's a few in here still, but that's all reflowering again. We're going to get another section. And this is part of the lines of irrigation. I put all a drip system and little sprinklers on all my beds this year, so I can flip a button and do one section at a time, 8, 10, 15 minutes. I have them on a 1 gallon drip. The bigger plants, 1 gallon per hour drip system. And in 15, 20 minutes, twice a day, that's all they need at most.
Thank you.